Alright, I installed a LT3000 Superwinch on my Can Am. It's right here. I mounted it with a Viper mount. The two combined on Amazon cost less than $200. Took me probably two and a half hours to install everything, including the wiring. The hardest part, to be honest, was taking the bumper off. Surprisingly, that bumper was a pain in the ass to take off. There are bolts and screws hidden up behind the plastics that are almost impossible to reach unless you have like baby arms and hands. But that probably took me an hour alone. That's what it looks like here. Fit in nice. You mount it on the mount first. After you take the bumper off and everything, it just slides right onto the frame. And you bolt it onto the frame, then you put everything else back on. I wired it right into the 12-volt charging port. I saw somebody else on YouTube did the same thing. That was a good idea. Then I mounted the plug right there. And all the wires are behind the plastic, which is nice. And I went into the red wire on the 12-volt charging port. That way it's not drawing power from the battery when the key is not in the on position. I ran the long leads, the red and black leads, all the way through here. I had to take the plastic off here. Obviously all these plastics were off, all the way back underneath here, right along with the main wiring harness. Just tied them on there. And then I'll show you under the seat here. Come out right here. It's nice. There's little clips here. I ran the red right through there. I don't know if you can see it. It wasn't too hard. Like I said, it took me a couple hours. The dealer kind of tried to scare me away from doing it, saying that if you weren't like a master mechanic almost, if you weren't mechanically inclined, if you didn't have an engineering degree, you wouldn't be able to do it yourself. He wanted $600 out of me is what it was. And it wasn't bad at all. I'm glad I did it myself. Kind of enjoy doing stuff like this, and it wasn't bad. All right.